Take your meds, we're playing Titanfall 2. Home of undoubtedly the best movement system. I mean, I'm terrible at this game, but even I feel like a superhero playing this. You got wall running, giant robots, what's not to love? All it needs is a part 3. Eventually. Maybe. Hopefully. Probably not. It'll be announced someday, you'll see. But anyways, we are playing Titanfall 2. But we're doing it a little differently. Save for a couple rare exceptions, we are using only melee. I'm gonna play it on hard because I want this to be a challenge, but I do still want to actually enjoy this. Anyways, let's begin. We start the game off with our very first Titanfall. Or not. I don't know what it is, but I really love this transition and I wanted to keep it in. We begin our first mission, dazed, drugged, and confused. The proper way to start a game.
Rifleman Class 3 Jack Cooper. Stabilize. 250 milligrams of sense fentanyl administered. Caution. Temporary side effects. Nausea. Dizziness. Irritable reports.
We got more IMC strikers! Are we near the drop zone?
We start off with the assault rifle I will never use, so I switch to the pistol that I will never use. Now, I've beaten the game on Master, so I start off way too confident. Gonna need to play a little smarter than that. Second attempt, I do the sensible thing of going around where there's less enemies. After I finish punching and kicking away on my problems, we nearly get flattened. Luckily, Lastimosa is here to save the day. Or not. With our savior defeated, we decide we're just gonna have a nap now. After our nap, we wake up to a puppy who just wants some kisses. Unfortunately, Lastimosa is not a dog person. It's okay, we'll play with the dogs later. Next, we stand silently while we watch our friend and mentor die right in front of us. That one isn't even a joke, we literally say nothing this whole interaction.
Link. Bravo Tango 7274. Cooper, take my Titan. Use my helmet and my jump kit. This is the real thing. Take care of him.
With that out of the way, it's now time to go get us some batteries for our new friend.
Insufficient.
I punch and kick a couple space dogs and give one the Mufasa treatment. I swear, I remember them only taking 2 punches before, but hey, whatever. I encounter my first human enemies and give them the old 1-2, followed by a flying kick. Not a terrible start. Since the game has a sense of humor, my first execution is this one. Technically, it wasn't me shooting, so we're gonna ignore that. I gotta say, the melee in this game is very satisfying. Feels very meaty, you know? Moving on, I contemplated fighting my way through this entire area since I've been skipping a lot of enemies. But as soon as I seen how many of them there were, I decided it's just not worth it. Instead, I panic and flail around for a little while trying to avoid them because I still cannot double jump. Instead of just going around back up, I get really determined on making this stupid jump right here. After an embarrassing amount of time, I make it back up. Moving on, we collect the first battery, beat up another space puppy, and take care of a couple salvagers. With our enemies dealt with, we can now deliver the first battery to BT.
Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you all right, pilot?
I think so. Wait, did you just call me pilot?
Yes. The late Captain Lastimosa gave you the provisional rank of acting pilot. Congratulations on your promotion. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
My systems are rebooting, but a third battery will accelerate the process. I will remain here.
And off we go for battery number 2.
Until I
Well,
evolve,
technically number
I will
3,
assist
because
you
he
through your
had one
own
already,
radio
but
when
okay.
possible.
You don't think I'm that stupid, BT?
Undetermined. I will not know the full extent of your brain function until we establish our
Once again, we fail the run by using this execution. I may not be the best at this, but even I can appreciate how fluid the movement is. It's really satisfying to chain a couple nice long wall runs together and just not stop. And then you hit a ledge and then it's ruined. I don't care, still fun. Coming up, we probably have the largest group of enemies we've had so far. And it was really helpful for getting back into the flow of the game because I haven't played in forever. Some of that rest is finally coming off, and I was able to chain a couple of nice combos together. I was determined to actually kill everybody this time rather than just avoiding most of the enemies. These stupid little floating drones were probably the biggest issue, otherwise it went pretty well, I think. I did decide to leave one left, so he can tell the tale of the militia pilot who killed an entire squad without firing a round. Anyways, last battery secured, helmet grabbed. Time to kill some more little robots.
Please install the final battery.
With the specters dealt with, we install the final battery. Stare deeply into BT's eyes. Eyes before entering him for the first time. Get flashbanged. And reach the first technicality of the run. You cannot progress without using the vortex shield and chaff pods. I wasted enough time to find that out, unfortunately. So technically not melee, but I can't do anything about it, so we're going to pretend like that doesn't matter. For future reference, I do also kind of use the vortex shield, but I use it non-offensively. My only damage is dealt via melee. Now that the training wheels are off, it's time to have our first Titan fight. I wasn't totally sure how this was gonna go, but it didn't go great at the start. I failed to launch them in the air, which means I dealt damage. Gotta reload. Attempt 2, I tried to be more aggressive this time. Again, only using the vortex shield to block and launch it back into the air where it does no damage. I was still too passive in this fight at the start, and I got beat up pretty good. Eventually, I finally figured out, screw it, just hit him as many times as possible and you'll stagger.
Replacement battery required.
Not bad, pilot. Not bad.
Down. Well done, pilot.
If that fight is anything to go off of, this may be more difficult than I thought. But I'm stubborn, so we're gonna stick with it.
Only chance of survival.
Things should get easier once I get Ronin. I'll be able to block more reliably and I'll have a better melee attack.
Marking your
Anyways, that's all for now, so thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to part 2 of playing through Titanfall 2 with only melee, and my god, this was brutal. It was such a good start too. We started off so strong. It was literally just Kane and the stupid brute that's with him. Actually, no, not even the brute. I can deal with a single brute. I can deal with a bunch of brutes. Unfortunately, Kane had a flame shield. What a great way to counter someone with melee. Every time I get close, he'd pop the shield. And all of his flame crap chewed through my shields and my health like nothing. I was already worried about Viper. I never thought to consider the guy that sets you on fire every time you get close. So clearly I misjudged Scorch's ability to mitigate a melee fighter. Oh yeah, also I'm not sure which one's better for him, but I gave BT tone for most of the mission. He doesn't do a whole lot when I'm not in him, but it's still nice to have him do something, because he can also fight when I'm busy punching people. I'm not really sure which one's better, but the threat sensor was nice, I will say. Oh yeah, even better, I took a break because of the Kane bullshit, and then I came back to find out all of my footage was corrupted, so I had to play it again. Really unfortunate, I had some good shit in there too. So if I look a little too smooth, that's because I've done this twice now. Alright, that's enough complaining for now, but there will be more, trust me.
warning. I'm engaging multiple Titans. I'm engaging a hostile Titan. Warning. I'm engaging multiple Titans.
Now filtering. Automated testing facility. Zone 1.
I was already playing angry, so seeing the Tone take a shot at me, I decided screw him. I knew jumping down here was probably going to get me killed, but I didn't care. I was very annoyed.
Warning. I'm engaging multiple Titans.
Also, I know technically if you do a rodeo while having a battery on you, you use a grenade, but I don't really care. It's kind of a melee animation, more like an execution, so I'm going to allow it.
I'm engaging a hostile.
That does raise another question. Can you beat Titanfall 2 with only rodeos? But I'm already struggling, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Clearly. Attempt 2 and things are already looking better.
I'm engaging a hostile Titan.
I decided to do the smart thing and use BT to get closer. Plus I can punch him in the face for shooting at me.
Salvo core ready. Enemy Titan down. Control interface nearby.
We're taking casualty. Infantry on my tail.
Pilot, our path through this facility is blocked by a flow regulation gate. There should be
Okay,
a control
grunts
interface
dealt with,
nearby.
Titans killed, moving on. Also, I have no idea what he was shooting at, but whatever. He can shoot at the walls, it's fine.
This is a risk worth taking. Pilot, I am tracking your location. Recommend you seek an exit.
Ignore that whiff. You
got it,
didn't see
BT.
anything.
You do the same.
Copy that, pilot.
Listen up. This is King. What we have here, my IMC and militia friends.
But this was just embarrassing.
Communicate.
I thought it was a grunt, but it was actually a Marvin, so I didn't lock on with the melee. I did go back and apologize for trying to kill him. Marvins are friends. Okay, next area, and there's a lot of snipers. That's all I have to say. Surprisingly easy, if you ignore all the whiffs.
Plenty more showed up in the facility, just so you know, this is King's place. You're welcome to stay as long as it takes to kill you. Which, by the way, not too long.
This is Raccoon 3, 9th Militia Fleet. We're held up in the reclamation facility. The INCF's new mechanized infantry. We're trapped.
Pilot, I'm detecting friendly militia forces along your path. They may need assistance.
My stubbornness almost gets me killed. Again. But I am almost using that wall running, so we're fine. We get introduced to our first stalker and kick the shit out of him. I also grab the car because I'm cringe. You're welcome.
There is a deceased prowler in Sector 3A, requesting immediate removal.
They're taking us out one by one. Open fire. One more deep pilot spot.
Hazardous waste comes now present on testing facility in Dome 2.
So I got word that there's some Vanguard-class Titan and an SRS pilot taking out my IMC support. Whoever you are. Not bad at all, my friend. I just hope you're better than the last one I killed.
Exterior drainage pumps reached to primary systems.
Nothing really happens here. I just really like this little dome thing. It's really fun.
Pilot, our paths will intersect just up ahead.
God, I love the movement in this game.
Missing me already?
I was not shooting at you. That
Also,
would be
we say hi
violation
to another
of
Marvin.
Protocol 3.
We grab the secret EPG because why not?
Long time no see, BT.
Link back up with BT.
Your helmet.
Have Marvin wish us good luck. And enter one of my favorite rooms in the game. There's lots of enemies, plenty of places to run and jump, alternate routes to get to the same places, different elevations. It's great.
Scrubs, enough's enough. I'm coming down.
Well, that wasn't great. Okay, take two, and it's straight hands now.
I guess that's why they pay me the big bucks. You want something done right? Do it yourself. All right, scrubs, enough's enough. I'm coming down.
Overriding pump filter system. Emergency shutdown initiated. Pump shutdown sequence at 20%.
Hostile pilot, no visual. Reinforcements in the front room now.
I was expecting the ticks to be a bigger problem, but then I remembered you just walk up to them, they'll light up, and then you just walk away because they stop moving. Okay, maybe the blast radius is a little bigger than I expected.
Pump shutdown sequence at 40%.
Fucking ticks. Okay, take 3. More hands. Let's go.
Pump shutdown sequence at 50%.
At this point, I started to pretend to shoot them with the Kraber because something was just wrong with me. I don't know why I started doing this, but I just started doing it on and off. It's a long fight, don't judge me.
Pump shutdown sequence at 90%. Pump shutdown sequence complete.
Marvin, save me.
Re-established with pilot. Commencing supporting fire. Danger close.
Hey, come in! Focus fire on that site!
So that was fun. So glad I got to do that twice because of my stupid Xbox. One more thing before Kane. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep going this way every time I replay this game. I don't know why I don't learn.
You were not invited to Kane's party, and that's why you're dead. Well, another runaway hero with an SRS Vanguard class Titan. Woo! Now we're talking. Bring a knife to a knife fight.
Let's get this party started.
Let's get this out of the way real quick. I have about an hour of footage. Everything up to this point took about 20 minutes. So there's roughly 30 minutes of me getting my ass kicked in raw footage. You don't want to watch that. I don't want you to see that because it's frankly embarrassing at this point. At one point, I stopped recording because I was afraid it would get corrupted again. So one quick death montage and then we're going to skip to the end.
Battery required. I am engaging a hostile Titan.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
Reactor is unstable.
It got so bad, I ended up just turning it down to regular, and I still struggled with this fucker. I don't intend to make a habit out of that, but my god, it was terrible. Okay, this one's actually kind of funny. The AI got like tripped up or something, and I legitimately just couldn't find him, and neither could BT, so we just walked around the map for a while, and then I died. And now finally with the last fight. I did basically nothing different, just kept getting his shields down, taking his battery, give it to BT, run away. And this time, BT actually kept some distance on him so he didn't get destroyed by his flame shield. I feel like that was the biggest thing, was he kept getting right up on him and then just standing in flames like I think he currently is right now, but whatever. I don't care, the fight's done. Oh my god, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that on hard. That's it, I'm done. I am simply not good enough to do that. But this right here was goddamn therapeutic. And that's it. That's the end. I think I have like 2 levels until the next boss fight. Hopefully I get a little better at this until then. And let me tell you, my heart stopped when it just freaked out for a second there. Okay, I'm going to go have a long sit and think about my choices. Thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to part 3 of playing Titanfall 2 with only melee. And after the nightmare that was fighting Kane, I'm hoping this is going to go much better. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with Ash, who uses Ronin. Another great counter to someone getting up in your face.
What is this place?
I am hopefully optimistic, though. Things start pretty simple as there are only ground units and they don't really pose any threat to me. So I just take this time to enjoy being very strong and just squishing everything in my path. It didn't last very long, unfortunately, as we very quickly found a Groot to fight. The good news is I finally got the timing down for the punch dash. That way I can keep hitting them very consecutively and just not letting up.
Alright, pilot. I hope you're ready for a real fight.
I am engaging a hostile Titan. Controls transferred to pilot.
You're pissing me off.
Excessive damage.
See you in hell, pilot. Salvo core away.
I am honestly very surprised I survived that salvo core. Holy crap.
You're dead, outlaw. Firing salvo core.
So very quickly, 2 very close calls. This was not looking good to start. However, we do kind of turn it around, so it wasn't too bad.
Pilot mode engaged.
This right here is where the real fun is. I believe it's 3 Titans from memory, and I make the very grave mistake of just charging right in. Twice.
Salvo core ready. Warning, detecting hull damage. Warning, our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required. Ice required.
Honestly, first death of the level came way later than I expected. Attempt 2, and I try to play a little more modestly, making them come to me.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
There wasn't really much of a plan here, but all I knew was that I really needed to grab a battery when I can. Maybe a little too ballsy with that one. Attempt 3, and I don't really want to talk about what I was thinking because I don't think I was.
Warning. I'm engaging multiple Titans.
It was at this point I decided to just try to bum rush, and I thought there was a door control that I could just get past them, but there wasn't. But we did find a different solution in the end.
Warning. I'm engaging multiple Titans. I'm engaging a hostile Titan. Warning. I'm engaging multiple Titans.
Yeah, I had no idea this was a thing, but apparently you can just like completely avoid that fight by glitching through the door. You learn something new every day, I guess. Honestly, after that, it was pretty smooth sailing up until, I want to say, the Reapers. But even then, that wasn't actually as bad as I expected it to be. I would rather do this level 3 times before I fight Kane anymore at all.
Pilot, I require assistance. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized Titan detected in loading dock 13. Transferring Titan to asset nearest.
Ash to Kappa 3. I have located a security breach. Loading dock 13. Over.
Roger. Kappa 3 en route. Out.
Pilot, I cannot free myself. Cooper. Pilot. Pilot. I need assistance.
Looks like the automated security in this place has picked up the Titan. Let's work for us.
Man, kicking the shit out of grunts is way more fun than fighting Titans, oh my god. It's just such a power trip.
I can see IMC infantry scattered throughout this facility. Be careful, pilot.
Bloody hell, this job is for Marvin, not to train this country. Right, mate. We're overqualified for this pitiful assignment.
Watch
I don't
yourself.
see why
We're
we
gonna
need
miss
that
you.
like Senator Acton giving us orders.
Lisk, this is Ash. I have a Vanguard class
I need
Titan.
taken down an assembly line. There may be a common exit. I recommend you follow the flow of the platforms. Pilot, this facility is extremely dangerous. Watch for crushing hazards on the assembly line. Pilot, this facility is extremely dangerous. Watch for crushing hazards on the assembly line.
I really have to say, there's almost something therapeutic about just beating the shit out of everything you see. Okay, at this point, I'm more of a danger to myself than the grunts are to me. Moving past that embarrassment, I managed to make it to the next room without crushing myself again. Okay, big squishy thing, don't stand on it. Hey, look at me, gold star. You know, something I should really be taking advantage of more is that you're functionally invincible when you're in the kill animations. Do you think I learned from this? No, I don't. Of course not. Have to say, that went smoother than I expected. Marvin! I deserve to die now. Oh, whoa, that's awkward. Gotta go for the bit. It literally put me right back where I was. What the hell? I wanted to save Marvin. Oh well, more murder. I mean, self-defense. Oh, come on. Not doing that again. .360. No one was there. Well, I just look dumb now, I guess. Today is not my day. Wait, did I snap a robot's neck? How does that even work? It's not like he's breathing or anything. And now finally, the last room before the dome thingy. Which also means less environmental hazards now after I'm finished with this part. Thank goodness, because I'm my own worst enemy. It was just going too smoothly, I guess. can hear somebody. Where is he? Gotcha. With the weird house construction areas completed, we now get to one of my favorite parts of the game. This big ass dome thing with like waves of enemies. It's pretty fun. But at the same time, this was kind of a nightmare, it turns out. Reapers are pretty hard to kill when you can't shoot them. But that's not even where my issue started. I simply got way too confident. I figured having a couple grunts around, the fact that I got through this level relatively quickly so far, and the fact that they were just specters, I was trying to get straight to the Reapers. Obviously, I should have taken this fight way more seriously, but it took quite a few deaths to get to that point. And honestly, once I just chilled out, this went by much nicer. That's one thing I've noticed. I get very impatient and complacent, and I just start dying way more than I should do.
IMC Reaper test.
Honestly, the first Reaper went by very quickly for me. I even was able to do it first try too. The second Reaper, though, is a bit of a different story.
Pilot's Titan video feed reestablished. Cooper, the houses contain weapon caches. I saw them being loaded on the assembly line.
That's not helpful. I don't use weapons.
I'm sure IMC will mind if I deploy a few more units.
Deploying additional Reaper.
That's a lot of ticks.
The IMC really ought to thank me for helping make the Reaper more effective. Perhaps I'll have to renegotiate my contract. I'll search. You should have died by now. Kappa 1, report to Dome 314 immediately. Objective, destroy the
314, out. Kappa 1 in position. Awaiting orders to proceed, over.
I admire your perseverance, but it's time to end.
I actually got the second Reaper the first time around too. But technically, that wasn't me, that was the ticks, and I also died from the explosion.
Kappa 1, eliminate the militia fighters. You are clear to engage.
Opening the door. Squad, prepare for dome breach.
I honestly don't really know what I was thinking here. I was gonna just kill the first Spectre here and run away, but then I just didn't. Surprise! We're back to the Reaper again. It wasn't so bad. He was very damaged already at this point.
You are clear to engage.
Opening the door. Squad, prepare for dome breach.
You are clear to engage.
Opening the door. Squad, prepare for dome breach.
Pilot Cooper, are you all right?
I think I pissed her off, BT.
You will have to explain that expression later. Get out of there while you can. I have detected an opening in the outer wall, marking your HUD. Cooper, I have detected an opening in the outer wall. You should get
clearly lack your resolve. Perhaps I have no choice but to step in personally. Rare miscalculation on my part.
Suspect gone! Frag out!
This place is falling apart. I suggest we leave. You are not far from my location. Marking your HUD. This is a highly dangerous environment. I suggest you embark, pilot. Pilot control initiated. Detect an exit beyond this dome. Check your HUD.
For a very brief moment, I considered just shooting him.
Sorry, pilot. You're not
Oh well.
anywhere.
Guess he gets to live today. This Titan did offer a nice first test against a Ronin. It allowed me to try to figure out a good way to engage Ash later. Quick hint, didn't help. Rodeoing and running away is the way to go, I find, with bosses.
Enemy Titan down. Warning, detecting hull damage. Excessive damage. Warning, warning.
You pay for that, outlaw. Going up.
Let me tell you, my heart sank when this happened. Was worried I had to start over again or something. For some reason, pausing and unpausing fixed it though, so good enough for me.
I'm engaging a hostile
Somewhere else, pilot.
Warning, detecting hull damage. Warning, our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required.
Luck, pure luck. That's what it is.
Warning, detecting hull
I
damage.
expected more from the SRS.
Battery required. Enemy Titan down.
I think the flame shield may have just barely did it at the end there, but close enough, right?
Excessive damage. Warning, warning. Enemy Titan down.
Come on, get to the
And now the moment I've been waiting for. Ash. She wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Not to say this was easy, don't get me wrong, I died quite a lot. But it wasn't nearly as bad as frickin' Kane.
Your mistakes will be your undoing.
Oh yeah, another fun thing to mention. She can just say no to my rodeo attacks by phasing. After seeing her health so far down right away, I thought for a very brief moment we'd win. And then I got launched to the sky.
Detecting hull damage. I'm engaging a hostile
Your mistakes will be your undoing. Perfect. Very disappointing. I expected so much more of you. Your errors will be your undoing, pilot.
Warning, our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required.
I do hope you had no last requests for that time in long past. Impressive. Surprisingly impressive. I'm inspired, but you haven't been good. We're one step closer to your end. You
Fuck, so close. After a series of unfortunate deaths, we had the most heartbreaking one here. Ash was in a doomed state, and all I had to do was just get to BT and punch her one time and I'd win. So naturally, I choked. But I was getting closer each time, until finally, it happened. Ash was in a doomed state, I had a decent amount of health, and all I wanted to do was just make sure I didn't fuck up. Honestly, it wasn't so bad. It took like maybe 10, 15 deaths. I think having a much bigger arena and I think more health in the area, I think those are the biggest difference makers. That and Kane seemed to really eat through my health way faster. All in all, not too bad.
Pilot, I have concluded we should take no further shortcuts.
As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to part 4 of playing Titanfall 2 with only melee. And this is probably my favorite level. I feel like I say that every single level, but they're all just so good. This one in particular, though, holds a very special place. It has a very unique ability you only get during this level. Time travel. I really enjoy how they incorporated it in some of their puzzles in the level. Makes you have to think. It's very unique. I just really like it.
Problems maintaining stability.
What just happened?
There are distortions throughout this facility, and they appear to be causing a rift.
By decisively neutralizing the militia forces, we will in fact save.
You know what's funny? If you think about it, Jack could have killed General Martyr just right there in the past, changing everything, but just glossed right past that, I guess. That damn flying bastard stole my kill.
Must be displayed at all times.
Here's a fun thought. What do you think happened to Major Anderson's Titan? Did he just leave it somewhere and just chilling forever? Or did it get destroyed? Is it waiting for him right now? Just around the corner? Who knows?
BT?
Well, I guess technically it wouldn't have to wait very long.
I will remain here and scan the ring structure while you investigate the facility for intel and the missing device.
They should start giving Titans giant
Next time you
javelins.
can throw me.
That'd be insane. Maybe for the Titanfall 3 game that's going to come out any day now, guys. Any day. Alright, this is the first real fight of the level, and I honestly thought it was going to be a cakewalk because they're just, stalkers with no weapons. I was wrong. Yes, they move slow. Yes, half of them are stuck on the ground and crawl. Yes, 2 hits to kill them. Yes, no guns. However, there's a lot of them, and they only need like 1 or 2 good hits. And if multiple of them hit me at the same time, I simply evaporate. Hell, only one just punched me and I flew across the room. Now, I could have just simply left right here, but I like a challenge and I keep skipping fights. So I'm gonna really give this a go. I was so close to doing it on the first try too. Holy shit, that was only one, I think. With that finally out of the way, we move on. Marvin! I'm sorry, that is such an unfortunate picture. I don't know who did this to Anderson, but he did not deserve this disrespect. Moving on, we now get the watch thingy that lets us control the time skips, which is very cool in my personal opinion. Like, I really wish this was implemented more in the campaign. I don't know how they could have done that. I don't think they really could have, but I just wish that we had more of this, honestly. Also, my boy Marvin. Holy shit, that was a heck of a two-piece combo. He almost did it again, oh my god. Oh yeah, if you go inside one of the cages and go back to the past and kill the Prowler, it gives you an achievement. Marvin, get down! No! Okay, they're all gonna die now. Or not. I thought there was a helmet down here, but I must have been mistaken. Sadly, I had to resist the urge to pick up the satchels every time I seen them. They're really fun to use. But obviously, I don't get to. Okay, let's talk about this room now. Under normal circumstances, it's not a big deal. Kind of a pain on Master, but we're not playing on Master, so it's not that bad. However, I think I would prefer Master with guns than this crap without them. I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't get my shit together.
Someone give me a location on this guy! Where the hell did he go?
And now it begins. that was only a quarter of what happened. I don't know why, but I just couldn't do it. I think a large part of it has to do with those captains and that shield thing. And I noticed that when you transport between time, the little blue things aren't always 100% accurate. I do eventually dial it in a little better, so it's not so bad, but this was a rough room. And again, I know I can just go into the past, hit the elevator, switch back again, and then just be fine, but I wanted to try to do at least most of the enemies in this level.
Someone give me a location on this guy. Where the hell did he go? Watch your back! Watch your...
Olay!
Security, Beta 4, do you copy? Beta 4, position. We're going forward with this. The test must be complete. Don't test the arc's power now. We may never have another.
Again, I thought there was a helmet. Apparently there isn't. Whoopsie. Turns out it's at the end of the hallway. I at least remember something.
Delivery and en route to test chamber. Spin up the outer rings. Test sequence will commence. Once the arc is in place.
It's my boy again. I'm sorry. I love Marvin. See? It's the damn shields. Let this be a reminder. Still an idiot.
Pilot, the rings at my location contain a large amount of residual energy. This was the Ark's final destination. Anderson's plan indicated a recon mission within close proximity to the center of the active rings.
Okay, this right here, I just love it. Such a great way to use the time travel thing. Alright, last section of the level. Full disclosure, I skipped the vast majority of this part. At this point, it was getting pretty late. I didn't expect this to take so long to record because of that one fucking room. So I gave it the old college try like twice and then just said screw it. But I did technically do it with only melee, so still counts in my opinion. You know, I think the flying knee is my favorite execution. Excluding multiplayer, of course, there's too many good ones just to pick one of them.
located the controls to extend the bridge to the rings. I have marked it on your HUD.
I guess that serves me right for trying to skip the fight, but I'm still gonna do it again.
You meet me at the rings in order to scan the Ark's energy signature. Pilot, I have located the controls to extend the bridge to the rings. I have marked it on your HUD. It appears that whatever actions you took in the past have caused the remaining automated security systems to be quite hostile towards us in the present.
The hell with the safety protocol. Initiate the test immediately.
Copy that. Do not allow the intruder to reach the Ark under any circumstances.
Pilot control initiated.
BT?
Just this right here alone is such a cool little scene of seeing everything frozen in time. This is probably my favorite level, but I say that like every single level, so who's to say, but this whole section just feels really cool, you know? Almost like you're inside of like a game poster or something, or some kind of freeze frame from an advertisement.
Well done, pilot. Scan complete. As Anderson discovered, the IMC intend to destroy the militia planet of Harmony using the full-scale version of this weapon. Pilot Cooper, our journey is far from over. We must get this data to the fleet.
And there we go. That's level done. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to part 5 of playing Titanfall 2 with only melee.
Pilot Cooper,
And today's the day
but we
we
complete
get
this.
this. The Ronin loadout. The solution to all my problems. The answer to my prayers. And what is quite possibly the only way I'm going to finish this run with my sanity intact. The Stalkers don't offer very much of a challenge, unfortunately, so I can't show how good this is going to be just yet, but it went pretty well. To make a long story short, Stalkers dealt with, time to move on. We are now getting the Arc tool thing. Not a whole lot goes on here. There's just a bunch of weird electrical walls and wall running to do. No enemies, so time to bust out the funny voices and speed it up.
Your mission is to obtain an Arc tool. Using it, we can jumpstart the power systems and get the beacon back online. Scans detected signature further within this facility substation. Got it.
Hey, what's up with these walls?
This area actually gave me more trouble than I was expecting. I was hoping to just breeze through all of this and show off the Ronin. I think it was mainly an issue just me getting complacent and wanting to move on quickly. Also, I just now noticed, I believe I do miss that helmet, unfortunately. Oh no, look at that. I smartened up and grabbed it. I remember doing that. Oh my god, why can't I fight anymore? What happened? Okay, with that embarrassment out of the way, once again, more electrical walls and wall running. This here is actually kind of cool. Nice giant fan thing. Pushes you in the air. Gotta get to the other side.
Jump kit can take that fall. Bypass successful. The fan exhaust is offline. Arc tool detected at 30 meters.
Daily reminder, I am not intelligent. Sadly, we must give this Marvin depression and take away his toy. He is not happy.
Well done, pilot. You have acquired the Arc tool. Return to the control room. We are ready to jumpstart the system.
We then use our new toy to get through a couple simple puzzles. Culminating in the fastest speed I believe I will ever reach in the campaign. And naturally, I choke the jump. We then wait in the timeout corner for us to be able to activate the sonar radar thingamajig.
Let's hope that Arc tool is worth all the trouble.
Caution. High radiation levels detected ahead. Your suit will only protect you for a limited time inside the chamber. I suggest you move quickly.
I wouldn't stay in there too long unless you want to be burnt to a crisp. Okay, opening the hatch in 3, 2, 1, go!
Power at 100%. I recommend you exit the chamber immediately.
Great job.
Now that we got super cancer from the radiation, we try to turn the thingy on, it doesn't work, and here we go again. I would also like to take this opportunity to go over the kit of the Ronin and why this is such a game changer for me. Aside from the obvious big ass sword, I'm able to block, and there is the phase shift. There's also the electric things in the sword. I don't know what to call it. I don't even know the name of it right now. I'm not going to use that. Technically, it's a melee attack because it comes from the sword. However, it's also has range to it. So, call that what you will. I'm not going to use it, but it's pretty useful otherwise. And then there's the core. The only core I can actually use in the game that follows the rules. The whole thing is just smacking things really hard with the sword. That's my entire thing right now. That's great. Oh yeah, real quick, another cool thing with the arc tool, I can activate these stalkers so they'll fight for me. I don't know how you look at that as, but it's kind of using a gun. So that's just a one-time deal for display. I died anyways. I'm not going to make a habit out of that, although it did cross my mind. To start, this area wasn't even all that bad, and I forgot why this would be a problem later, but originally going into this, I thought this was going to be a breeze, you know? Just a bunch of grunts, nothing I haven't dealt with before. I was wrong. This bitch right here took up about half an hour of my time. I'll spare you the details, it was terrible. I spent almost the entire time just running away, trying to pick at him slowly and taking out the grunts. Still didn't work. Once again, to avoid this being an hour long, I will show you a bunch of deaths and then skip to the end, because it's a lot. Are you kidding me? I had him. After a very long time and slowly getting rid of all the grunts before even bothering with the frickin' Reaper, we did it. The trick was luring him into this little room you see here and letting the ticks do most of the work for me. Turns out, high-grade explosives do more damage than me punching it. Marvin, please protect me. Ha! Take that, you son of a bitch. There is no fucking way that happened again. Ooh, lucky checkpoint. Okay, this is fine. At least I know what to run right away now.
Let's make this short.
With that nightmare dealt with, let's move on. I can take this. You know what? Maybe not. That's a lot. Where'd everybody go? I kicked a Reaper to death. You are nothing. Now, generally for this area, the assumption is that you're going to activate all these stalkers here and have like a little defensive moment, and you have a lot of backup. We don't do that here. I just get to look at all the cool guns I don't get to use this section and go back to work. Yes, that's right. Another Reaper, because screw me, I guess. The general plan remains the same. Kill the grunts, deal with the Reaper last. And maybe try not to kick any ticks. As you can probably assume on your own, because it's obvious, I die quite a few times again. I did have a brief period of time where I had a very long extended duel with the Reaper where I thought I might actually win. We had a very long back and forth where trading tit for tat, doing just enough damage where I didn't die, but enough so I got out of dodge whenever I could. I tried to use the ticks to my advantage again because that worked really well last time, but they weren't quite getting close enough to do any significant damage to him, so I had to throw a few punches myself. I will say though, ever since doing the melee only run, I've gotten way better at the wall running and parkour in the game. A few attempts later, however, I finally got the better of him, getting some damage from the ticks in this little hallway section here. It made a huge difference. Culminating right here, he hits me away as the tick explodes, killing him in the process, giving me the victory. All that's left is to clean up the last few grunts I missed and move on. So I take the uplink thingamajig, do some more light wall running, and help BT clear out this, whatever you want to call it. With their enemies now dealt with, BT gives me a hand and tosses me up. I replace the uplink thingamajig. And BT gives me another hand. My curiosity gets the better of me, and I decide, what happened if I run off with BT? Which is absolutely nothing. Honestly, from here to the end, it was kind of a breeze. The fight with Victor, however you pronounce his name, I only died like once. Again, thanks to the Ronin loadout. Everything from here should be a breeze, except for Viper. I don't really know how I'm gonna deal with the Viper, but we'll get there when we get there. Out of sheer habit, I almost used the lightning thingy, but I remember to throw out the door.
Caution. Anomaly detected. Possible hostile Titan.
Don't ask. I seen blue and I thought it was another helmet.
I'm also looking for someone to kill. You get which one you wish to be, or get fucking fertig.
Hostile Titan in sight. Engaging.
Do not let him leave here alive.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead, pilot. Sword core activated.
Oh my god, this is so much better.
Sword forward.
You call that shooting?
Detecting home. Enemy Titan down.
You know, if I knew how to use Ronin effectively, I probably could have got Richter in the first try.
Care to have a real fight? Let's see what you got up close and personal. Oder willst du weglaufen, ihr kleiner Junge? Let's begin, du Idiot.
I also briefly make sure I'm still on hard because that was way too easy earlier. Okay, he was already doomed. I can totally do this, no problem.
Let's begin, du Idiot.
Sword for ready. Warning, our reactor is unstable.
Time to die, friend of mine.
Excessive damage. Warning. 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 Our reactor is unstable. Enemy Titan down.
And with that, we complete what is the easiest fight so far. Oh my goodness.
Chaos, functional.
Rainier, fire it up!
Yes, sir. Transmission sequence activated. It's working. Transmission power 25% incline. 60%. Good. Almost there. 80%. Signal strength at maximum power. We are a go for transmission.
Broadcasting data stream. Awaiting response.
Here's hoping someone's still up there.
Got it.
This is Commander Sarah Briggs, Marauder Corps. Militia SRS. Authenticate.
Commander Briggs, this is BT-7274. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. Report intel to the fleet attached to the SRS unit.
Solid copy. Good to hear you guys are still down there. We're receiving your data now. BT-7274. Your data recorder says your original pilot was KIA.
Correct. Captain Ty Lastimosa was killed in action. I am now linked to an acting pilot, Rifleman Jack Cooper.
Wait a minute. Lastimosa linked you to a rifleman?
Yes, He had no other options.
Understood. We'll get you transferred to a fully qualified pilot.
Objection. Cooper is my pilot. Our combat effectiveness rating now exceeds 90%. Request permission to retain this link.
You're lucky our backs are up against the wall, BT. Permission granted. That's high praise coming from a machine, Cooper. Thanks to your scan data of the Ark, we've tracked its energy signature to an IMC base right here on Typhon. We don't have much time. Let's go.
And that's all for today. I feel like now that I have Ronin, there's going to be a lot of changes in combat because I can just rush in a lot more effectively and have more defensive capabilities as well. My only real concern from here on out is just going to be Viper, but we'll deal with that next week. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to part 6 of playing Titanfall 2 with only melee, and I got good news and bad news. The good news is we're not fighting Viper today. Turns out I forgot there is one more mission before we deal with him. The bad news, after a little bit of research, I'm pretty sure it's literally impossible to beat him with only melee. At this point, I haven't verified it or not, but I've did a little bit of reading and people have tried this before. We're just gonna find out next time. Otherwise, it actually went very well today. Now that we have the Ronin, of course. I did get a little overzealous and kept overextending beyond where I should normally be. Because, I still die pretty easily. Honestly, this first section here is probably the longest part of everything because there's just so much going on. So I just tried to keep everybody else alive while they slowly whittled them down because, you know, they actually have a range to their fighting. Once the Allied Titans actually started pushing into the little encampment thing they have here, it got much easier. Naturally, of course, I get impatient and then just bum rush in. It went about as well as you think it would. Another big thing was trying to measure out the dash here because I miss like a lot using it. But once in a while I get it right, so I hit them just as they come out and it just works so well. Oh my goodness, I actually survived that. I'm gonna go look for a battery while you guys deal with them.
Warning, battery essential. Push your Titan down.
Oh, I bet I can get a big core here. that everybody? Did we get them? What do you mean, nice shot? I literally haven't shot in forever. That's like my whole thing. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about for this part. It's just the Scorches gave me trouble and the Legions were mildly annoying. I kept getting like weirdly distracted by all the grunts running around. I will say, it was nice having Sarah along because they kept targeting her, which just let me just keep smacking them non-stop. Basically unopposed. It's pretty great. There were actually quite a few stragglers I almost went back for the sake of my pride, but I decided not to because I just want to get this done. Here is another section we had a little bit of problems with. Already off to a bad start. I ruined my phase and then still got hit with a freaking electric thing. This is a pretty open area with a lot of enemy titans, but we also get some good reinforcements, but it took longer than it probably should have because I kept getting impatient. Let's just leave it as I died quite a few times. I feel like a lot of it came down to me just rushing in and not getting out of the fight once I started going low. So I just kept dying. Because once I started to do it more hit and run, go in, take out one titan, back off, it went so much better. Because it also gave time for the allied titans to come in and also do some work while I'm backing up or looking for a battery or whatever. All in all, it just came down to my overall lack of survivability and not usually playing this aggressively. So I don't really have a framework of when's a good time to back off or push further up. Because ordinarily in the campaign I'll usually play North Star or something with a bit of range to it rather than, you know, a melee focused build. Even in multiplayer I always run Monarch. I've never really used the Ronin before, but it was honestly a nice change of pace. Something different.
Militia Titan down. Enemy Titan down. Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
Honestly, from here, it was actually pretty smooth sailing. It was just a bunch of Titans in a big open area with a whole bunch of reinforcements for me. I just tried to remember what I did before, whittle them down, not be too aggressive. At one point, I think it was around here, I ended up just running all the way back to grab all those batteries from the previous room because, I mean, might as well, right? Use it or lose it. Call it whatever you want, but I want to win, goddammit. I always make the mistake of recording like late at night, so like halfway through I just want to get through it.
Bliss, this is Sloan. The Ark is headed your way. I'll let Viper take it from here. See you soon.
Get to a ship. We're going after him.
And that is all for today. This is going to be a really short one, luckily. Next time we'll figure out if it actually is true you can't beat Viper with only melee. I'm hoping you can, but from what I've seen and read, it's not looking too good. But anyways, as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to part 7 and playing Titanfall 2 with only melee, and the day has finally come. We are going to be dealing with Viper. Yay. As I have previously stated, research has told me this is literally impossible. And it was true. After you get to the second phase of Viper's boss fight, he simply flies away. And you can't hit him. At least with melee. Which is kind of the point. But oh well, I digress. We got this far, I might as well see this to the end.
Airborne bogey acquired.
Visual clear. I've got this tone.
I got you, kid. Brace yourself.
Nice of you to show up.
You're welcome.
Battleship Malta at 10 o'clock, guarding the Draconis. We can't get past it. Cooper, I need a pilot on board the Malta to secure the deck now.
6-4. You can do this, Cooper.
Just like before.
Not exactly. There are significantly more variables to throwing between two moving platforms. Good luck.
Welcome to the 6-4, Coop.
Cooper, listen up. We can't take you directly to the bridge. We'll never get past those guns. We'll drop you off at the stern and you'll have to work your way forward.
Contact left.
Cooper, I'm gonna get as close as I can without crashing. Time your jump. Now, go!
Nice jump!
I go into this section absolutely brimming with confidence, and it did not pay off whatsoever. Now, I would love to lie and say I breezed through this. I did not. It only took about 4 or 5 attempts maybe, but it was still kind of rough. I forgot the stalkers can get activated and they will just gun you down. Eventually I figured, hey, they keep killing me. What if I just stop them from activating the stalkers? And that's literally all I had to do. It worked from there. Part of me wanted to activate them for myself, but I didn't do it in the last one because that's technically not melee, but it was a thought. Didn't do it though. And there we go. All I had to do was just not let them activate the stupid robots. Problem solved. Moving on. Okay, next up we have these gun things. It's pretty simple. Go to a platform, take out the guns, take out the people with it, move on. Only problem, more stalkers. See, the first one went by without a hitch because, you know, they didn't activate the stalkers. Everybody else, though, was privy to my plan, so they activated them immediately. It really wouldn't have been that big of a deal if I just took my time and did my usual hit and run thing from the start. But, you know, it is what it is. It didn't help either that I had to keep stopping because of the stagger thing, and kind of hard to get in melee range when you can't walk. Who knew?
Gun 2 is down. Get the last one.
Gun 3 is down.
That's it. Clean them up.
Gun 3 is down.
That's it. Clean them up.
I think that's all of them.
With the last grunt powdered into sand, we can now move on. It's actually much easier from here on out because we actually have backup from 4 other pilots.
We're on it. Nice work, Coop.
Just doing my job.
This guy. Commander Briggs, we'll also need your help.
Copy that, Bear. On my way. The bridge is through that hangar over there. Any ideas? Briggs here. What do you need me to do?
I also noticed there is actually a helmet inside of that little ship. I have no idea how to get to it. I've never gotten it before, and yeah, I had to consult the wiki for that one, I think. Once again, old habits rear their ugly head, and I get way too overconfident here and just charge in thinking, oh hey, there's like 5 of us, we got this. They got this. I do not. I don't have a gun. Then I get absolutely pieced up by this guy right here. Because I don't believe in learning from your mistakes, I charge right in a second time. I don't know why I do these things to myself. I finally decide to take a leveled approach to things and let them start the fight when they're all actually here. It goes significantly better. Shocker, I know. Unfortunately, an electric grenade stuns me long enough for them to kill me. Again. Luckily, I do have a slightly better checkpoint now, so it saves a little bit of time. And it was going so well.
Follow me.
With the room clear, that's the last major fight on foot. The rest is all just fighting Viper. And his Scorches. Which I hate.
Hold your fire, it's bulletproof. We're gonna breach the glass. Take your marks.
Guy by the stairs.
Tango on the mezzanine.
Shape charges are ready.
Hey, Coop, watch how the 6-4 does it.
Pilot Cooper, are you ready?
Got my target.
Breaching, breaching, breaching! Clear?
Clear!
That's how it's done. 6-4, on me. Cooper, get to the captain's console and disable the guns. Cooper, bypass that console. Kill the gun. Commander Briggs, Malta is ours.
Copy that, 6-4. Cooper, you still have control of the bridge. Use your data knife to steer yourself right behind the Draconis. Barker, get BT back to Cooper.
You got it. On my way. Hold on, Tin Man.
All call signs. Clean up hostiles and rendezvous with the Draconis. This is it. You're up too high. Push the stick.
That's it. You did it. Use your Titan, Cooper. I'm done babysitting.
Ready to transfer control to pilot.
Cooper will cover you from the rear. Take the deck and get to the Draconis.
Voodoo 1, Viper's on station. Your journey ends here, pilot. The skies belong to me. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide.
Now going into this, I knew it was going to be pretty tough. Viper fights at range. I have a sword. But what I didn't expect was that his scorches would be the biggest threat here. Now they've been a consistent issue for me for this entire campaign. Literally the hardest boss fight was freaking Kane, because he uses a scorch. Gotta get close. But I was pretty lucky. I did find out you can actually smack them right off the side of the ship. And I got like a full core from it. And then I died. So, with this new information in hand, I had a new goal. Just knock them off and deal with Viper. It should be easy peasy. It wasn't quite so simple. While I could consistently knock off the first one, usually that cost me about my entire health bars to get that done. That double thermite eats through everything. It's crazy. And then I got caught watching Viper and got scorch cord. Love it! A few attempts later, I was able to knock them both off, and I got to deal with Viper for the first time. And I was officially able to put to the test whether or not you can hit him with melee. You already know the answer. Yes, once he hits half health, he flies away and simply stays up there for the rest of the fight. I tried a few different things, but I already knew what the result was going to be. After a short while, I had to officially admit defeat and try shooting him. I can't aim them.
Viper's got you in the pipe. 5x5. Taking fire. 090/20. It's getting a little hot in here. Let me introduce you to the ground. Viper's got you in the pipe. 5x5.
Sadly, after choking 2 laser shots, I couldn't do it. He got me. But I was determined. And I got a better checkpoint. I did also try to make sure I took him down to half health using melee only to stay somewhat faithful to the challenge, even though I knew it wasn't gonna, work.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
Bandits hit. Moving in for the kill. You hitched your last ride, son. This is your stop.
I'm not sure if it was from running melee for so goddamn long, but I couldn't hit a shot to save my life. It was awful. Next attempt, I ended up switching to North Star, because maybe that'll help. I don't know why I thought a precision sniper would be better when I couldn't hit a freaking laser shot with Ion. But I digress. And then not to mention the fact I don't have a shield or a block or anything. I just have a stupid tether, which doesn't do much for me.
Bandits hit. Moving in for the kill.
Warning, our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required.
Lucky for me though, another fail, another new checkpoint. Already passed the first phase, so I can go straight to shooting him, which is nice.
Target hit. Fox 8. Taking fire. Oh, nice. Viper's got you in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
Let me introduce you to the ground.
Battery required. Warning. Battery.
This is getting rough. Thankfully, for the sake of my sanity, I finally learned to hit my shots, and we were done. This took actually less attempts than I thought it would, but it turns out my aim was the problem and not getting into range in the first place. I still stand by it. Kane was so much worse. Oh my god, I hate just thinking about it still. But we're good. We're done.
Ready for fastball. Recommend you disembark. Adjusting for wind resistance. Calculating.
One small silver lining, I actually was able to melee Viper himself in the end. So technically, we beat him with melee. And bullets. But mostly melee.
BT, you okay?
Left arm severed. However, I am still operational. This ship is rapidly losing altitude. It is up to us, Cooper. Down here.
Watch out! There's a Titan!
We are approaching the Ark's containment unit. The containment unit is too large to carry. We must improvise. I cannot reach the Ark. Cooper, I need your help. Quickly, we need to get off the ship. We are running out of time. This way, Cooper.
Get the Ark out of here!
Negative. We are trapped.
What are you doing?
Protocol 3. I will not lose another pilot. Brace for impact.
And there we go, the second last level of the game. Who I thought was originally going to be the hardest boss in the game, but turned out to be not so bad. Mostly because I got to shoot him still. So technically, we have learned today that no, you cannot beat Titanfall 2 with only melee, but I got pretty close. Still gonna finish the last level. I got this far, I might as well. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello and welcome to what will be the final part of playing Titanfall 2 with only melee. But first, I'm gonna let this play out.
Your payment will be transferred by the IMC.
Just have my money ready. I'll get you your precious cargo, you useless naff. Oi, Titan. You're gonna open up and give me what I want.
Voice command. Not recognized.
Let me just rip it out of him.
Can't risk it. The Ark's unstable.
Listen, hero. You have what's mine, and I want it back. Go on. Tell your Titan to open up.
About what? His feelings?
Still trying to be a hero, eh? I have a lot of dosh riding on this contract, my friend. So tell your Titan, if he doesn't open up, I will shoot you in the head.
Pilot in jeopardy. Ocular systems. Marginal. Cannot visually acquire pilot.
Stand him up. You see him now? Right here, right here. Yeah? You see him now?
Functions compromised by severe crash damage.
I don't care how broken you are. I know deep down, some things still work in there. Now open up, or I'm going to shoot your pilot in the head. You still remember numbers, don't you? I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah, that wasn't so hard, was it? That's the problem with teams. If you don't win together, you die together.
Nice try, love. Say goodnight.
Alright, get the Ark out of here! We're running out of time!
Okay. Now that that's over, unfortunately, let's get into it. We obtained the Seer Kit, which has a very useful gun that can't miss. Unfortunately, we don't use those here. Next, we hack this little laptop thing, and then proceed to get absolutely pummeled. I'm pretty sure this was largely due to the fact that I no longer have the cloak, which makes things a lot harder, turns out. But after a few failures, I decided I'm going to try something a little different. This is my last time playing this. I went for a clean run. To put it simply, I got as far as I could without dying and as fast as I could. It actually went quite well.
BT, Cooper, what's your status? Cooper, how copy? Over. BT 7274. Cooper, how copy? Oh, Cooper, this is Commander Sarah Briggs. If you can read me, get to the bridge 1 click north of your position. We've only got 1 shot to turn this fight around and you're it. Our fleet's moving in on the fold weapon. We're coming. It's not over yet. You're headed in the right direction. Just keep moving. The anti-air defenses are extremely heavy around the fold weapon. We're having trouble getting boots on the ground and we're running out of options. for Titanfall.
Yeah, as it turns out, just running away worked so much better. First try.
Hello, Jack.
Glad to have you back in one piece, BT.
Over 25,000, actually.
Now that we're reunited with BT, time to get to work. I made the mistake early on of trying to rush into everybody because I didn't realize that I would be getting so much bombing run support. I also waste so many batteries in the beginning. It didn't help because it seemed like every single time I attacked somebody, they'd immediately start shooting at them for me, which would also damage me, by the way. Honestly, this opening bit didn't have a whole lot going on, just a lot of hit and run maneuvers. I do gotta say, once they start letting the bombers do their job, it went by so much easier. I have no idea why I started smacking the turret. I don't understand why I do these things sometimes. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the grunt's the one that killed me here. Thanks to a very unfortunate checkpoint, I luckily got like all the batteries back, so I was able to be a little more smart about it this time around. Unfortunately, I gotta do like that whole part over again. I got pretty lucky as well because that Scorch got caught in the blast and Scorchers are by far the biggest threat to me at this point.
Not bad, but you're still gonna die.
Our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required.
Fire! Danger close!
Enemy Titan down.
We're tracking Blisk and Sloan just ahead. They have the Ark. Keep moving.
We must stop the IMC from using the Fold weapon at all costs. If we fail, the militia planet of Harmony will be destroyed.
Keep these guys off your back. It's all you from here on out.
No problem, I can get that repaired.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
With that final Legion out of the way, it's just the boss room now.
You have your money, Blisk. Now go. My forces will take over from here.
About time they do something. I think our militia pilot's trying to be a hero. He's all yours. Keep the salvage.
Who said anything about salvage? I'll do this one for free.
You know what I see when I look at you? Hardly money.
Sending up stage 1.
You can't outrun a laser cord. This is more entertaining than I expected. Get you back.
Sorry, but this is dead end.
Old weapon priming sequence passing stage 2. Ordnance locked. Report system. Planetary designation. Harmony.
Come on then. Come on. Let's do this, you little bird.
Sword core ready. Enemy Titan down.
Weapon passing stage 3. Calculating spacefold projection.
Sorry, mate. Time to die.
Sword core ready.
You little bugger. You're really making me work for that, ain't ya? Mother, ain't ya? See how your hands
Approaching stage 4. Ring momentum at 97%.
You've got some wrong. Your skills are embarrassing, mate.
so close. I think one more round I was good.
Arc injector loaded. Spinning up stage 1.
This is more entertaining than I expected. Get him, lads.
Field weapon priming sequence passing stage 2. Coordinates locked. Freeport system. Planetary designation, Harmony.
Always wanted to kill a Vanguard.
Field weapon passing stage 3. Calculating spacefold projection.
All right, I'm ready for more. Can't outrun a laser core, you little bugger. You little bugger. You're really making me work my pay, ain't ya? You ain't ya? Let's see how you handle some reapers.
Field weapon approaching stage 4. Ring mark 99%.
Wait! You ain't walking away that easy.
Warning. Expected backlash energy reaching on dial. All personnel must clear the chamber immediately. Disruption of electromechanical units, including Titans, will be severe.
Clearly I've got too easy. I will not be this
And with that, BT is officially avenged. For about 2 minutes, but we'll get into that later. Unofficially, the run is over. Because it's just a bunch of running from here on out. But I like this scene, so I'm just gonna let it play out.
Your rack blast has overloaded my critical internal systems. Attempting to restore ocular systems.
We fired everything at the pulse weapon. No effect on target.
Ocular systems restored. My analysis is throw. Warning. Hostile Titan detected.
It's your lucky day, hero. I'm not going to kill you. I don't work for free. But you don't get to kill me either. Yeah, you earned this, eh?
Listen, that Vanguard-class Titan is still in there.
Not my problem, Marta. Should have put it in my contract. I've got other people with money to see.
What are you doing? What do you think you are doing?
This indicates that the throw is our only option. Throw is our only option. The throw is our only option. Cooper, I require your assistance. My auto-navigation systems are offline. Get me into that injector assembly. We must do this together.
Boost the signal! BT, Cooper, our ground teams can't make it there in time. You've got to find a way to destroy the fold weapon from the inside. There's no other way.
Commander Briggs, I believe I have a solution. In its exposed state, my reactor core may be able to destabilize the arc at the center of the fold weapon.
What are you saying?
We can blow it up. I'm sending you coordinates for a dropship rendezvous.
Coordinates received. We'll be there, but I don't see how you can.
Trust me, I have done the math.
I sure as hell hope so. We're on our way. Good luck, both of you. Briggs out.
Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Copy that, pilot. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
BT, what are you doing?
Trust me.
BT!
Marking your HUD with the coordinates. The evac site might be in midair. There's nothing we can touch down on here.
And if I'm flying through this shit show, you better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot! I'm tracking you. Keep going.
Cooper. A lot of people owe their lives to you. And to BT. Barker, set a course for Harmony. Take us home.
You got it.
Ninth Fleet, this is Harmony Command. Good to have you back. Welcome home.
The destruction of Typhon saved the planet Harmony. The militia calls this planet their headquarters. But millions of others call it home. Commander Briggs says I'll be inducted into the Marauder Corps and assigned a new Titan. After the techs wipe what's left of my neural link with BT. I don't know what that'll feel like, to get assigned a new Titan. I kinda like the old one.
Great job on Typhon, to all of you.
This is Pilot Jack Cooper, signing off.
And that's it. That's the end of the game. We did it. I was a little disappointed to find out you can't beat Viper strictly with melee, but we did about as good as you can do, so I'm happy. I'm not too sure what I should do next, but any suggestions are, once again, always welcome. Love to hear from you. Maybe something a little less intense. Although once I got Ronin, it got infinitely easier. That was definitely the turning point for me. So officially, no, you cannot beat Titanfall 2 with only melee, but you can get pretty damn close. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.